Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching from. I've just gone in 4 minutes earlier, just so I can check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching from. I've just gone in 4 minutes earlier. It could be okay, just so I can check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending. Okay, decent, we're off. So what I'm going to do today for anyone who's watching later on or not even live, I'm just going to run through some rental options in and around Taipei City and anywhere else. If anyone comes on live, feel free to request in the messages. But obviously, if you come on later live, you won't hear that. So I'm going to type it in the chat. And I'm going to start off with around 1,000 USD a month, 1,000 to 1,200. So 1,000 to 1,200 USD a month rent, and that's around 30 to 40,000 NT dollar. Now, the reason why I'm going to be looking at that is, on average, foreigners from the West would go in there and think, right, for 1,000 USD, I can get this back home. Now, people who have not been to Taipei before, especially Taipei, may think, right, for that amount, I should be able to get something amazing with swimming pool and everything and in the city. Not always. If you go to other regions of Asia, yes, it is possible. Having been to many countries across Asia, okay, for this same amount, this same of price range, you will be able to get something with a pool. I've been to places in Thailand, the Philippines, infinity pool, gymnasium, new building, elevator building. Taipei City these days, it just doesn't happen, as we may find out. But also, you can find some gems, but you do know where to look for them. Also, we can hit some properties in and around Taiwan. So I'll put in the comments that people can throw in a request if you have any preferred location in mind. I'm a little bit blocked up. I'll do my best. Let's get cracking. I'm going to try and share the screen now. Entire screen. Here we go. I think it's successful because I'm still practicing my hand at YouTube Live, but you've got to start somewhere. So I put in the criteria, like I said, 30 to 40,000 NT a month, and I put in the whole residence. So basically your own apartment. It's not going to be a house share or a studio share, anything like this. And hopefully not an apartment what's been chopped up into different spaces. You do have to look out for that. I have ticked in the criteria to get to as close to the MRT station as possible. And I've also ticked an elevator building. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a newer building. You can get elevator buildings in older buildings, but at least it does have an elevator, and some of them should have a reception, whatnot. Let's start off. I was already looking at this one before we came in. Let's start off on this one here. What's 38,000? So that's just under 1,200 USD and nearly 1,000 Great British pounds a month. Now this is 20 pings, so pings is the size. It's 2 bedrooms, but I believe it's just going to be 1 throne up above, but we'll find out. 1 living room, 1 bathroom. 7th floor of an 11th floor building. And as you can see, they are proud of this spa bath, as it's the first picture. Let's just read a little bit more. First of all, location looks like it's very good. It's only 500 plus meters from Zhongzhou, Xinjiang, near the shopping district. So let's have a look on the MRT map. So it's around this area here. I believe, where's the orange line? Just below there, next to the red line. Yeah, it's a really good area. So we're in around this area here. Okay, so you're really close to downtown, being Da'an area, Shini area, or the old central Taipei area of Mingchen West Road here where I live. Okay, but overall you are really central if you want to get anywhere in Taipei City, even new Taipei City as well. So you've always got to make sure, first of all, what it includes if you rent it. Okay, first of all, most of these, unless you click on the short-term option, are going to be 1 year rentals. It will show the provided equipment here like so, and it will give you some details about the agent or the landlord. Remember, if you're renting through an agent, there will be an agent fee, which is normally 50% of the rental. So, for example, 38,000, let's call it 40,000. To start off, you're going to need 2 lots of deposit. So 2 lots of 40,000, 80,000, and then another 40,000 for the rent. So to get going, you'll need 120,000. But from that 40,000, 50%, which is 20,000, will also be an agent fee, which can be a hard pill, bitter pill to take if you get a bad agent and they don't really do a lot. It's paying someone for not much. Below it just confirms you do need 2 months deposit. And there is a management fee of 3,177. So that does put the price over 40,000 slightly. So look out for that as well. Generally, the more facilities or the more expensive an apartment is, the higher the management fee. Okay, I've seen some at like 400 and 500,000 NT a month, which are around 40 to 50,000 management fee, which is quite high. So let's have a look at some of the pictures here. There's a bathroom. It doesn't show any shower. So I'm guessing that is some kind of hot springs or hot spa, as you can see by the taps there. It would be nice if I was proud of the shower room to show the shower as well. There's the living room now. You can see that I won't keep banging on about it, but 30,000 NT. Anywhere else, in most places, for that money around Asia, even China, you can get something more substantial. In the hotter climate areas all year round, you can get swimming pool, especially in the Philippines, Malaysia. Yeah, beautiful place for this price. But we're in Taipei at the minute, and this is what we are looking at. You can see it's not very spacious, but you have got nice natural sunlight, already furnished, even with a nice TV. It does give that open feel because I believe this ceiling is going to be higher, as you can see here, which is good. So naturally a high ceiling just to give that spacious. Now, before I go into it, I'm spending more time on the first one, just so if you are watching this as a replay later, you can kind of get what to look for when you are looking for apartments. So I'm giving you this information for free, although I do offer a toolkit, which you can click on the link in the comments or in description. You will see I put all my links there for consultancy services, relocation, business development, job hunting, you name it, I can give it to you. Also a renting toolkit, but I'm giving you this info for free right now. So you can see it is naturally high, but the staircase will lead up to some kind of bedroom. Sometimes they are a little bit of a hobbit bedroom, and you have to go on your hands on knees to get onto your bed. But this one might be okay. Nice kitchen area. It looks like a tumble dryer stroke washing machine as well, which is good, which suggests there is no balcony. Also, another thing to watch out for, you need to dry your clothes somehow. If there's no balcony, it can be difficult. There are big washing and drying machines, laundrettes, quite affordable on the high streets, but you don't always want to be going there. Refrigerator, microwave, cooking facility, looks like an electric hot plate style. Now these aren't dishwashers. I believe it's a dish dryer. You put it there and it just lets your dishes drain off. So not bad size kitchen, and it is separate, which is nice. Okay, this like it says 2 bedroom. This looks like one of the bedrooms, unless it's the same one. This could be one downstairs. So if you look at this door here, kind of, it would go back, possibly this door here under the top bed. Never know until you see it. That's why when you do look, you've got to make sure to have a proper look around. You get a desk and it looks like they've got natural sunlight with a little window as well, but that ceiling is quite low. And if you think about where the desk is and the door, the roof's right on the door, you're probably not going to be able to stand up straight. Probably I can because I'm pretty short, but it's going to be difficult for a tall person. It's hard to get the true feeling until you're there. Now, this looks like it is different bed. So this looks like the other bedroom. Not a big window, but again, the ceiling you're struggling on. You are struggling. So it actually looks like both of these bedrooms could be pushed up to the roof when you go up the stairs. So that's why you do have to be careful, because sometimes you will think, oh, great space, it's 20p. But what they've done, they've got the lounge and kitchen area or dining room area at the bottom, and then they just put these hobbit bedrooms up by the roof. And look, this isn't as bad as some of them. Some of them you can't literally go on your knees. You've got to go on your hands and knees and lay on a mattress. But it is natural sunlight, air conditioning you, and it's going to get cold right on top of you. But there's another view. It doesn't even show you if there's a shower. So a few, yeah, look, it's pleasant, and for the location, not bad, but for the money, it's similar to what I pay. But I'll say mine is more spacious. I'm in my spare office room. I can put my arm up and I'm not touching the roof. I've got a separate kitchen, bathroom, a walk-in shower, living room, and I'm in a great central location as well. So for that money, you're probably wanting more. Let's have a trip down, see what else we can get. So that was including the management fee, which suggests there will be some kind of security and reception, even if it's in an older building. It was 38,000, and you can't call them 2 true bedrooms, which is another reason you do have to look out for. High-rise building, unobstructed view, so view should be okay. Zhongshan district, 2 bedroom, 1 living room. I can see stairs already. It's going to be, I'll whiz through this one. I'll go through this one quickly. It could be the same kind of thing. Yes, this will be in the same area. So let me just check, and then, yeah. So let me tell you about this area here, which is a great central area, but you can still find affordable places, affordable depending on budget, of course, everyone's different, but places in here where you're not far from downtown and you can say you're central to Taipei, near Taipei main station, near Ximending, and then near Da'an, not far from Xinyi, Mincha West. You can get anywhere very, very fast, and you can find reasonable price places. But some of this area is kind of, how shall I put it politely? Let's say if there is a red light district, some of the old red light district areas, what I'm talking about here, a lot of bars, a lot of coffee shops, a lot of tea bars, whatever you want to call them, going on. Lots of KTV, very vibrant, very colourful in the evenings. Okay, you got some of the old Japanese quarters around, and look, that's one of the reasons why you can pick up some good prices for the area. But this is, again, this is headed towards the 40,000 NT mark, which is 1,200 USD a month. And when you're thinking, look, I'm going to Asia, no offense to English teachers can make very good money. I go through that in some of my other videos on my channel. But you know, you might be coming here, no offense to other people living in different areas, let's say of Asia. Budgets may fluctuate, or different areas in Europe, it may fluctuate. And you may come here on a budget and you might think, right, I've just got 15,000 NT, 10 to 15,000 NT a month, and that's okay. Where you will have to get a smaller pace of this. This is considered. Even I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking 36,800 plus, and I'm looking at another management fee, 2,400 a month. So let's say 40,000 a month. Plus there's going to be an agent fee. And look, it's not a brand new building. with swimming pool, which I've had in the past, and big gymnasium. It is an elevator room. It's a 9th floor, 14th floor. But I'm looking. I do work remotely, the most part, and I'm looking for other remote workers. If you can take that money and actually work somewhere else, although Taipei is a great hub, you could take this in a different area, further down south in Taiwan, and get a much better apartment. If you like surfing by the coast or something, you can go somewhere else. You can go Kaohsiung, you can go Daidong. But like everywhere, Taiwan's no different. The closer you are to the city with the amenities, pricier it's going to be. Just breaks my heart because I've lived in the Philippines where you have a pool, into Malaysia, a bit to Thailand, Vietnam, everywhere all around, Middle East as well. And the value in Taipei just isn't there. And people don't always look after the properties and they want to command a ridiculous fee for it. And it's just not worth it, in my opinion. But we have time. We will try and find some gems as well. So it's been done up. It's been revamped. It's been renovated, regenerated, and decorated, and it is furnished. It looks clean. That's the main thing. Now, this ceiling doesn't look as high as the previous one. A lot of wallpaper can be a bit dated in some places, but it looks like there could be a balcony of some kind, which is positive. Yeah, as you can see, it feels a little bit enclosed. There's one of the bedrooms. Doesn't look like there's much natural sunlight. There is in this one here. It looks like it leads on some kind of balcony. That could be nice. Oh yeah, so if you're watching from the beginning or on the replay, this is what I'm talking about. So if you're going to climb into bed, you're going to have to go on your hands and knees to get on this mattress. So take a good look at that and make sure if you don't want something like that, that is what to look out for. If you don't want to be stuck, and look how high the ceiling is. It's just not ideal for a lot of people. I can't imagine the noise, the potential noise, what you could get. Is it possible to find a 2-month rent? Sorry, I just checked the comments. 2-month rent is very difficult. Coming across all the work I do with relocating people, a lot of students as well, a lot of people on short term. I've actually just been communicating with someone on this subject as well. It's normally 6 months or above. The lowest I've seen personally, where it actually stays, is 3 months. But even that was a higher price. So 6 months is the norm. 3 or 4 months is possible, or 3 months with additional. However, 2 months, very difficult. That's where you're going to have to start getting to the Airbnbs. Again, it's just the value to price has just gone out of control. Absolutely out of control now. Same with hotels, especially in Taipei City. If anyone's looking for an affordable place for a longer duration, I do go through some more affordable hotels in and around Taipei City as well. I've just answered that with my voice, but I will try and type into that as well. Just want to try and keep the flow going as much as possible. But just as I remembered, for 2 months, it's a bit more hit and miss. You may have to go onto the Facebook groups. So the Taipei Taiwan renting Facebook groups, where people are doing it month by month or 2 or 3 month sublets. So it's not impossible, it's just more difficult. Just moving on to this, there's a bedroom. As you can see, that it's a nice natural sunlight window, but you're right next to this kind of kitchen. It looks like a sliding door. So if someone's cooking up a late night meal and you're trying to sleep, it's going to affect you. And that's what I'm talking about, where at that price, everything seems to be really crammed in. You've got a kind of hot tub, kind of shower style all in one. the space isn't huge, but we're going to get onto the outdoor. It has got a very nice outdoor section, which, depending on what your needs are, could make up for it. So that looks like the window from the bedroom, and then there will be, I expect, some kind of access area. So you know what? For that price, for the price, which personally for me, for the value, Taipei City is not great, but the location is not bad, and the space outside, if you're into that, isn't bad at all. Okay, so that might be ideal for someone who's wanting that extra space. Look, that looks nice actually, right? The view's not bad at all. Got a canopy over for the rain or to keep the sun off, bit of barbecue. If you're a smoker, okay, crack on with it, go for it. If you want to wine and dine some people, go for it as well. So inside, not great, but at least you've got one bedroom at least, what you can stand up in. And if you're having anyone around you don't like, you can put them in the hobbit bedroom where they're going to bang their heads when they get up for the bathroom. If your bladder is an old man's bladder like mine these days. Okay, so all in all, look, everyone's got different budgets, but value-wise, getting on for 40,000. If you are a viewer, subscribe to my channel, you'll see that I do find apartments in new buildings at nearly half of this price, with a few little tricks, some strategy as well. Okay, let's continue. So just replying. It's difficult to find under 4 to 6 months. Facebook groups better 4 to 3 months. And the spelling is atrocious there. Right, let's have a little look now. Now this one is a 3-bedroom, 2 living room, premium community. Let's have a look at this. Now this is in Neihu. Now Neihu is a little bit further up. However, if you take the MIT on the brown line down, it isn't far from downtown. And this is a similar price range to what we've been looking at. So around 1,200 USD a month mark. Okay. Now let me show you. Neihu MRT is right at the top here. So BR9T. Now this area at the top, it is a nice area. It's been developed now with some newer buildings at a lower price range where you get, I would say, more value for money, but you are quite isolated if you haven't got a car or scooter, but you are really close to Songshan Airport, which is the city airport, not Taoyuan Airport, which is over here. And like I say, if you do get on the MRT or a bus, you're only straight down to downtown area, Nanjing, Fuxing, Songshan, Nanjing, Songshan, Fuxing here. Okay, so not too bad. Now I'm curious about this. It's the top floor, which is great. No noisy neighbors from above. However, side to side, you can still be hit by noisy neighbors. It's an elevator building and it's 8th floor of the 8th floor building. It's nearly 30 ping. So 39,000. It's 640 meters from Neihu Station. Yes, so it's that way. So let's say Neihu MRT is there, it's nearly 700 meters north, okay? So that is why the similar price, you get a lot more space. Also with an agent, and it's also 2,300 management fee. I won't play the video. It looks like it's an old building. What has been furnished, and it looks, first look, it looks quite spacious. Nice little breakfast bar kind of feeling, dining room area, okay. They're trying to open it up to make it feel bigger, but I think by the picture, they're trying to trick you into thinking the ceiling is higher than it actually is. It may just be cramped up near the actual roof, because remember, it's the top floor. And you can see, yeah, it is quite a dated building. But they have opened it up, and it does look quite stylish with that kind of IKEA roofing opened up with the lighting. Nice natural windows, not bad to be fair. Very important these days. And yeah, you know what, that space is nice, but you can see, if you can imagine yourself standing at that counter now, how tall are you compared to one of them counters, breakfast counters? If you imagine that kind of comes up to your waist, that ceiling is quite low. Okay, that's going to catch a lot of people out, where you're going to get there and straight away you're going to think, this is quite low. And that's why they're trying to open it out. See, there's one of the bedrooms, looks like. At least you've got a couple of twin wardrobes, new air conditioning unit. Another thing to look out for when you are looking at properties: how old or new is the air conditioning unit. And also try these things. Sometimes if it's an older one, you might want it cleaned out. They'll say you have to pay for it, but they should pay for it, right? If you're moving in, there's one of the bedrooms, and another space. Bathroom lets down everything. Even if you could just look, that's a good one for some families who've got a shower in the bath. You can now these days get a little shower kind of standing area here. Just put a curtain. There is some kind of laundry area, not so much of a balcony, but you can open the windows to get some natural draft. So even that, where you think at the start, oh, it's opened out, looks nice, you're paying over 40,000 again, and you're not even in the center. So that's what we're playing with. That's what we're playing with here. Let me here we go. So here's one at the lower end. Oh, it's because wrong thing. So these are coming in. Let me try and find one at the lower end, around the 30,000 mark. Around the 30,000 mark. Oh. Right, this is 31,000. This can't be real. I'm just going to show you this because it's painful. Oh my word. Okay, unless it's the kind of style. Let's have a look. This is a homeowner, so there's no agent fee. It's really, really close. Really close to Zhongshan. Zhongshan, I think Dunhua, main shopping district. Yes, so this location, to be fair, is really good. Right here, next to Zhongshan Fuxing, Zhongshan Donghua. Okay, so you're right in the mix of it, which is good. However, you are going to be paying over 1,000 US dollar, or around 1,000 US dollar. It's an elevator building. It's the 7th floor of an 8th floor building. Is there any maintenance fee? Excuse me. Now, just in reply to the person who did comment, this one does a short-term rental for 3 months, but it's saying 3 months is 59,000 per month. So you can see they basically added on like more than double. Long-term rent, 2 years, you get 31,000 a month. Short-term rent for 3 months. And then if you rent it for 6 months, you get it for a bit cheaper at 48,000. Management fee of 1,000 NT a month. Deposit is negotiable, so that'll depend if you are taking it for 3 months or 2 years. 60,000 NT a month. That's what I'm talking about, right? People are losing their mind slightly, even Airbnb. So let's have a little look at this. So this is what we're getting for over 1,000 USD. Well, over 1,400 USD if you want it for pro rata for 3 months. So this is some kind of area. I don't even know what it is. Maybe the kitchen area. I can see a sink. It's got a walk-in shower. It feels like kind of a hotel kind of style kind of thing. There's a sink. It has got a hot plate, so you can cook. Somewhere to dry your clothes, washing machine at least, which is good. Refrigerator and TV included. And you've got easy access out onto the balcony, and it has got not bad bit of natural sunlight. Not great, but not bad. No view and walk-in shower, and as you can see, it is really cramped with a bed. So basically, if you just need somewhere to stay quickly, and you've got no other idea really, and you haven't been in touch with me, then you can pay them prices to get that. The location is superb, great location. But I talked through the prices there, and it's up to you if you deem that as valuable or not. So I'm just trying to find like a normal 1,000 USD one where maybe I can say, you know what, that's not bad value. But around this price range, Taipei City, it's all going to be similar. And then a lot of, let's say, foreigners from the West are like, look, can you try and find things what are more kind of foreign friendly, what we're used to? But it's depending on price range, it is really, really difficult. It is really difficult. Good lighting and ventilation. Nanjing Xiaomi. So this is a green line, 33,000. Furnishing looks okay. Now this is another top one, 10th floor of the 10th floor building. 2 bedrooms, 1 living room. Not bad. Location, oh, it's right next to the MRT. Oh, sorry, not right next to, it's a little bit far off, but it's not bad whatsoever. So if we're looking at the MRT map here, Nanjing Sanmin, you're around here. So you're not far from Taipei Arena. Not a bad area. Not a bad area at all. But again, you're looking at the price, 33,000 NT a month. Management fee of an extra 1,400. No smoking, no pets. Always read through some of the rules as well, just to make sure. The agent here. So it's going to be an agent fee. It is furnished. So location, okay. It looks like it's furnished to a not bad level, and that view looks really nice. By the way, that window looks really nice. Yes, it is awesome if you can get one from bottom to top, from floor to ceiling, but that isn't bad at all. Living space, okay. No, not bad sunlight. Not bad sunlight at all. A little kitchenette area here. It's not a huge kitchen area, but there is somewhere to cook, at least with a hot plate. As you can see, it feels spacious, but again, very difficult to judge by the picture. But you can see already, if you're taking into account the height of the sofa and how taller you are of the average sofa, you can see that that ceiling isn't the tallest. Here's a bedroom. Small window there. But everything looks furnished nicely. Looks like the mattress has been cleaned, or it's a new mattress. Extra space. Walk-in shower. Things like this when I've got fans here, so probably just get some ventilation going. Quite normal to have these small windows. Not great air circulation in the bathroom area if it gets too steamy as well, which isn't too good. And there is a washing machine area, drying room again. I don't know from here if you're going to get a lot of natural kind of wind from there, because obviously the walls and the roof. Okay, but you have got All in all, you have got everything you need in there. And look, this probably isn't blowing your mind, but this is, for this price, this is what's on offer. 3-star rating for MRT access. Now this is a little bit further up in the red line, 40,000 NT. This could be a newer building, so this is heading towards Damshui way. 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 2 bathroom, elevator building. Qian Station, 200 meters from the station. Really good location. Now, if you go, I actually do a walk around tour of an apartment in this area. So if you go on my playlist on YouTube, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. It's a one, I think it's around 800 USD a month on the thumbnail. And I actually look around there and it's not far from this station. This location is really good. Not far from Beito. So on here, we come up slightly. Beito is here. Qian is here. Okay, so you're not far from Damshui. And you have got direct access onto the red line, which takes you to Taipei main station. Not a disaster if you need that location at all. So 40,000. I'm guessing it's going to be a management fee of 3,600. So that's pushed the price all the way up to around 1,500 USD a month. You see how quickly and the perception of value changes. It can happen quite quickly. Yeah, that changed dramatically in terms of value, right? There's dining room area, some storage space for like objects, nice refrigerator, worth the money. And you can probably see it feels a little bit taller in terms of the height of the building. The door looks secure, which leads me to believe that this could be the newer building. Or they've just revamped the door and put an electronic lock on, which could be the case. Kitchen area. You can see new flooring. Bedroom where you can walk on to some kind of balcony, so it looks like you are going to have nice drying area and natural sunlight and breeze. If you want to open a window and get some breeze through to the bedroom. There's another bedroom with ensuite bathroom. Not bad at all. Okay, small desk as well. There's a view of your bedroom. Another thing to look out for. This one's got 2 bathrooms, so this one likely is the ensuite. But if you go to a place with 1 bathroom and the shower is like this is a wet room. So you're showering where you piss and shit, basically. So if you're in and out the bathroom a lot, you could be walking around with wet slippers or flip-flops or socks or bare feet every so often. Nice area though. You can get some natural wind in there for a good drying room, which isn't bad at all. One bedroom living space, right? For that price range in that area, this is what that's what we're talking about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the location just slightly out of Taipei City into New Taipei City, ever so slightly. I'm going to do a quick couple at the top of the red line in this pink line area. So Damshui, very nice area. Again, check all the videos on my channel because I cover a lot of these places. You can go up here and here's a pink line, the light rail. Okay, now here offers some of the best value where price is what we just looked at in Taipei City, where you're getting these hobbit bedrooms and whatnot. Here you can have 2 or 3 bedrooms with a swimming pool in a brand new building with coffee shops, everything. But the down negative is to that, as you can see, is the distance if you do need to go right into Taipei daily. But you know, if you're WFH, work from home. You've got animals. You want to be by one of the beaches, Shalom Beach. It's a great area down this way. Bit more fresher air as well. I enjoy living up here, but I needed to come back closer to my other Taipei house. So I'm going to try and take us to that area now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the same price range. So let's keep the same price. New Taipei City here, according to MRT. And Danha light rail is the pink line area. Okay. Let's keep everything the same, 30 to 40,000. And then I'll take the price down to 20 to 30,000 NT a month, just so you can see the difference. This might actually end up just being a Taipei, New Taipei City look through, and we can do different areas of Taiwan another time, unless somebody comes on and asks for somewhere specific in the comments. So now we're going up to the pink line area. Okay, I've not moved any of the other settings. So if you watched previously, just see if you can spot the difference in value. And yes, the location is further. So that's why it all depends on what your personal needs are. Okay. Now this one isn't furnished, but it looks like a newer building. Just trying to start off on a good foot. 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 40,000 NT. Okay, so around 1,200 USD. There is 3,300 MRT. It includes a parking fee. Okay, so you've got a parking space. These areas are good if you've got a car. And you can see the size difference. It's almost double the size than the ones in Taipei City for the same price. Okay, so already you can see the difference. Elevator building, it's going to be a newer building. You can tell by the furnishing, the finishing, sorry, on the doors and the windows. So when it's this type of finishing, we'll take a closer look. More often than not, it's a newer building, and a lot of them have got these tiled floors as well. It's a 12th floor of a 17th floor elevator building. This has got. There we go. There's a living space. Bit more spacious. You can see the difference already. Nice natural sunlight. There's going to be a balcony out here. The roof isn't too low, not the highest. There's your balcony space. Now you can see the difference from it. So you're paying the same as the Taipei places. This is superb for drying laundry and for sitting outside if you need to as well. Nicely furnished. Bring in your own TV and hang on the picture if you need to. Maybe need bigger sofa. There's one of the bedrooms. Could easily turn that into office space. Everything's new. Everything feels clean. There's a double bedroom, which is nice. Okay, so these smaller places, smaller bedrooms, you can transform into the office. Now, you can really see the difference now. Okay, so you're getting double the size at the same price. It's just for location. Okay, you've got to take a hit on the location. But a lot of these places have got swimming pools and gymnasiums and other community offerings. That's a nice walk-in shower. Nice Japanese toilet. Kitchen area, very nice as well, good size. So it's been finished to a really, really good quality, good standard. And just look at the brown trimmings on the finishing, on the windows, on the frames. That's what I'm talking about. So when you see anything like this, it might not be a brand new building, but it is within, I would say, around the last 14 years. Some of them Could be a few years. Some of them could be 10 or 14 years. So that's just an example. Let's see if we can get another one. No, I didn't show you the location. Let me just quickly go back to that one. Here we go. Let me just check out the location quickly. That's the whole point of it. Okay. So let me come here. This one has gone a bit rogue on me. This one is actually on the airport line. Yes, so this has gone all the way up on the airport line. All the way around here. The New Taipei City Airport. So I don't know why we ended up over there, which was a bit random. Let me get the Taipei MRT map back again. Yeah, so visitor centers out here. We're meant to be in the pink line. Okay, so visitor centers around here. So if you need to be close to the airport, not bad. Not a disaster. You can still get to the main station, probably 20, 25 minutes. Okay, not a disaster from around this area here. But for some reason, the centers. Okay, let me check the search results. What happened there? I want that light rail. Into MRT. This I didn't click on. Okay, right. Need to actually click on. There we go. It lets you select 5 random ones. Okay. Now, here we go. Now you're going to see some good stuff. So, this one's going to be even better. This is 46 ping. Okay, so size-wise, when the Taipei, even that last one near the Taiwan airport on the airport line was 42. This one's even bigger than that, and you can see the difference already. This is a new building, elevator building, 3rd floor, 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and 2 bathrooms. 35,800. There will be a management fee of 5,000. Okay, so this is coming in at around 40,000. So that's 1,200 US dollar. Now the location, it says mangrove. This might not be too bad actually. In terms of the red line, not bad at all. Now that's Hongshuling, where I used to live. So you have got great access here. So you are in walking distance, excuse me, walking distance to Hongshuling. As soon as you're on the red line, Hongshuling, all the way straight down, you can get into the center. From Hongshuling, it will take around 40 minutes. Sorry, 30 to 35 minutes, depending on stops or if you get off anywhere. You can safely say 35 minutes, give or take, to Taipei main station, which isn't a disaster. Okay, you miss all the traffic, get on the MRT. And it may be worth it for this size. Straight away, you can see the difference. You can see the floor to ceiling, open windows. Game changer. It feels a little bit more spacious. You can see again the furnishing, like I said on the last one, that brown windowsill, window panes. That's one of the main signs that it is a newer building. So don't be fooled by the old ones, what have just been flushed out with IKEA furniture. And you can see the quality, but actually, surely not, is it? Is that going to be an outdoor? No, outdoor hot springs. You never know. And look at the size of the balcony again. Okay, now for same price in Taipei City, you didn't get a balcony. Okay, or you got a small one. Apart from that rooftop one we saw with a canopy, where you had the hobbit bedroom banging your head on the ceiling. This balcony is excellent, really good. And this location, to be honest, is really close to the MRT. It's not bad at all. And if you're into cycling or running or walking, you're right next to Downsway Riverside. Not bad at all. Nice, spacious area. You feel more cozy here, especially working from home. You need a good environment to be working in. Nice walk-in shower, good space as well. Shame about the window in this room, but hey, you can use it as a spare room. I like the sliding doors, what leads out to the balcony area from the kitchen area. Very good. There's another view. Windows all around, superb. You've got that nice, open, airy feeling. Makes you feel good when you wake up. There's another bathroom, just with a bath. That's done out really nice, especially with all the windows all around. And the blinds as well. That looks like, is it the same walk-in shower? Could be the other bathroom. Looks like it's got a bathtub. There's another bedroom area. Nice and spacious. Not fully furnished, as you can see. Very nice views as well. And the views are good, by the way, from, if you can just hear that, I live quite close to a hospital. Get a lot of ambulance, fire trucks and police cars banging around. So that's our first taste of this pink line area at the top. Although that was a nice surprise because that was the red line area. Not bad at all. Right, let's get a more furnished one. So that wasn't obviously furnished. Here we go. Danshui district, 30,000. So this is at the lower end on the 30 to 40,000 NT budget. It's a bit smaller, 25 ping, elevator building. This is a similar area. So again, we're looking at homeschooling areas. See, you don't always have to go to the pink line, although it would be nice to show you one with a swimming pool after. This one might even have a swimming pool. Now, this one does mention social housing. You have to be careful. Sometimes it means that if you are on what we call in the UK social benefits from the government, they have the same thing in most countries. Here in Taiwan, if you can claim, then some properties do accept that to offset the rent, because the government pays an amount towards the rent. But some of them are just for the social renters, so you do have to check. But let's have a look. I just got cramped because I did a bit of a long walk earlier. Right, so let's have a look. It's an agent. There will be an agent fee, but there's no management fee, which suggests if there is a community, the management fee is already included. Looks like it's quite open, and I can see a cheeky little massage chair in the back, which is always quite humorous. Open plan, living room, kitchen area, massage chair area as well if you need it. Doesn't look as luxurious as that unfurnished one we just checked, but the space isn't bad at all. The price is a bit lower. Remember, it's around 10,000 NT less. But you've got the natural sunlight. You've got a cute little breakfast dining room area as well. It could be in an older building. Yes, it's an older building. I can see by the tiles on the balcony. Not bad space, to be honest. There's a little hobbit bed. Nice big natural sunlight. Good space. Okay, here you've got some kind of workroom, okay? And it looks like there is access to a really good balcony on the outside. Now, it's not a super old building, but it's not one of the newer buildings. It's kind of in the middle. Could be 25 years old, something like this. Great office space. You can see a keyboard. Someone's been using that as a music room. This is a balcony here. It looks like there could be two then. This is a cute Oval balcony, perfect for having a bit of coffee or a bit of wine. And it looks like, yeah, you've also got access to this. So this is going to be your space, because see, the door actually gives you access to this, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. And there's the bathroom. It's a shame that, well, some people aren't bothered about it, but it's nice to have a separate shower, if you like, a walk-in shower. Not bad at all. And look, older building, price level still better than Taipei. You're getting more space than Taipei for less price. Of course you are. And the location isn't a disaster. Now, coming down, a lot of these are in mangrove. So mangrove is that area. Let's take out mangroves. Let's take out mangroves. Okay. Now, here we go. Let's have a look here. See if it brings up one with a swimming pool for the newer buildings. The funny thing is, I'm now going to just take the price down slightly to 20,000 to 30,000 NT a month. So that's, what's that, around 700 USD a month to 1,000 USD a month. And we'll try and get ourselves a swimming pool place. So let me change it. Because you do find some apartments around 20 to 28,000 have 2 or 3 bedrooms with a swimming pool in the pink line area. Straight away, again near Hot Spring House Resort. Now, I'm curious to see if this is included. This is 23,000. What's going on? Let's have a look. So this just shows you what you can get. 35p, which suggests it's of a not a bad size at all. And again, you're close to mangrove area. It's called mangrove because it's a tourist site. You can go there and you can look across the river and whatnot. So this area here again, Hongshuling, R27. Elevator building, 9th floor, 11th floor building. 6 to 8 minute walk to Hongshuling MRT. It includes a management fee, so there's no extra management fee. So 23,000. This is around £580, which, you know, isn't bad on average as an average kind of budget. And that is your hot springs outdoor swimming pool that you can use. Not bad. Not bad at all. On that note, if you do listen to my videos, you will know that a lot of the pools, especially in Taipei City, are seasonal. It doesn't matter that it can still be hot in December or January or February. A lot of them only open from June, if they try and scam you, end of June, July, August, September, and then they close. Even some of the indoor ones, for reasons unknown, will close after a few months, which is ridiculous. But some places, especially in this region, in the north of Taipei, New Taipei City and Damshui area, further down south as well, if you're in different region of Taiwan where it's hotter, they do stay open all year round. It is possible. But if you're in and around Taipei City, we do have seasons, and winter time, like today, you wouldn't want to be out in a swimming pool. I would after a run or something, but you won't want to be going for a nice swim in early morning. There's a view. There's Damshui River. It's got a nice kind of hotel spring feel. Ah, I know where this is. Now you have to look out for this because these don't have a natural balcony. So the bathroom or living area is pushed next to the window, which is very nice for views and space, but it's not great for laundry, depending if that's one of your priorities. Looks like it's going to be a wet room here for a shower. Not bad at all. Yeah, I know. This is across the road from where I used to live. So you have got like a really nice spa bathroom area, and then straight through is your, look at the views, amazing. Yep, close up to the sink. And then that's your living area. So you can see the kind of priorities and the kind of balance you get in some of these properties as well. And that's for the bedroom. We started off here with an outdoor hot spring swimming pool, and then we've slowly declined, and that's your bedroom. This is what I mean, like whoever's wanting to rent this out, unless we're trying to give you some free massage pajamas or something. And this is the same around Taiwan. I don't see it often in many other countries where they're not actually putting much effort into advertising the best they can. And when they do, they're taking a photograph of the image of a windowsill because it's got a cute toy or something showing. So it just doesn't always, and the renters don't do themselves justice. Yeah, so you can see it's a bit cluttered. There is another kind of shower room in here, small kitchen area. Yeah, that's for space. There is another bedroom, so that was a spare bed, second bedroom, okay. So look, overall the space isn't too bad, but it just feels very cluttered and kind of dated. This now could be the community area, because here you'll see they've got a games room, which means that these buildings do have games rooms, karaoke TV areas. Some of them have gymnasiums as well. My old place used to have 3 or 4, 2 pool tables, 3 or 4 table tennis tables, karaoke TV, gymnasium, outdoor swimming pool. Yeah, so they've got the air hockey. So this is the standard thing, okay? But look, if you're someone who wants these extra facilities and community, it's not bad, to be honest. But to me, it just started off really good. And yeah, kind of declined slightly. But we've got one with kind of a swimming pool. Okay, let's try and get one with a bit of a more open feeling. Okay, here we go. So this is 26,900. Furnished quite nice. This is Danshin Baksim. So we are now in the Pink Line area, and it is just before we go. It's still Damshui, on the way to Damshui before we go into the Pink Line area. Okay. Now inside this Pink Line here, there is a university. Okay, Tamkan University, which has got some great food in this area. Superb food, and the price is less than Taipei, or even other areas in and around Taipei. So 26,000. Again, not bad in terms of price. Looks quite spacious for kitchen. Looks very open. Bit of a lounge area. You're going to get a balcony. Just looking at the building outside opposite, it's not a new building, but sometimes you get a newer building next to an old one. It doesn't mean that the one you're looking at is an old building. Doesn't look like it's going to be furnished, so it's just for space, but pleasant enough. This one actually could be newer unless they've just done a whole revamp, new flooring, nice natural sunlight, good walk-in shower, Japanese toilet. If you don't know what I'm on about when I say Japanese toilet, it's just a toilet with a lot of buttons and it sprays water up your bottom. Nice bathroom, and very nice. If that's the building, yeah, it's not super old. It's not bad actually. Not a bad balcony. You're going to get some nice natural wind for the drying, okay? But nothing to write home about. Try and find a furnished one. And again, damage y MRT, damage y MRT. Let me try and limit down. Let's see. Xinxi First Road. Hi, Taipei University. Okay, let's have a little look here. Let's try and get a newer building. Oh, there's not much option. The bin snapped up most likely. What about if we take it a little higher price? Yeah, some of the newer ones have literally just been built in that area. So when they've just been built, they get snapped up quickly. What about if we go away from the MRT? Right. That's the one. Now I just took off close to the MRT. And I'm sticking at 20 to 30,000. Okay. Now we're going to start getting the swimming pools because you are going to be a little bit further from the MRT here. Okay. So now you're going to start seeing huge areas for ridiculous prices. Now, let's take a look at this. 23,000 NT. So 23,000 NT is around £580. What's that? 730 US dollars. Okay. And this is definitely, without a doubt, in the pink line area. Okay. So if I'm looking on the MRT map, you're around here. Okay. But even if you're in the middle here, you have got a selection of light rails you can get to, but you will have to get on that light rail and go all the way to Hongshuling and then down to the MRT. So where I used to be in Hongshuling here, to get to, let's say, where my son is in Guting, it could take around 55 minutes. Okay. So if you are further out, it's going to take over an hour 20, probably an hour 30 to get into main areas of Taipei City. That is a downfall. But on the positive side, 23,000 NT. Management fee and parking included and cleaning fee. You are nearly getting a 40 ping place. 40 ping. And as you can see, it is a new building. These areas now around the pink line outside are all being built and they're popping up just every month. There's a new apartment. Okay. Now these are spacious. They normally have a swimming pool. They have car park. They have all new shops, coffee shops, places to eat around them. Community areas are very nice as well, which you can see. Not bad at all. Okay, look, it's gorgeous. Again, if you're working from home remotely, or you don't need to be in Taipei City, or you get a job out here, or you want to be somewhere with space with your dogs. Really nice. A play area for the kids. It's not furnished, but you can see how new it feels. You can see the difference. Spacious. And the rent is ridiculous. So that's a great balcony. Really great balcony. The rent isn't bad. And there's another indoor balcony there as well, indoor laundry area. There's a kitchen space. Not bad at all. Didn't have a swimming pool. But that's what you get, 23,000. It includes a parking space. Like, I often wonder, I'm thinking about, there's one all year round place, and I'm thinking about getting it like as a holiday or summer home, or whenever I just want to go use the swimming pool for a week on end. But that's 13th floor. You can pay 20,000, 23,000 and get somewhere like that. That's where you are getting better value, but it's just for logistics. It's just for convenience to Taipei City, which is unfortunate. Here's one with a swimming pool. This is ridiculous. 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 1 bathroom. 20,000 NT, 500 British pounds, 600 USD. Sorry for everyone who uses euros. I know it's slightly lower than USD right now. It includes a parking space. Ridiculous. Again, you're going to be in this area. This is why I'm showing you this area, the pink line area. Yeah. So you're actually close to the beach. So here's Shalom Beach. You can actually swim in the ocean or in the water. But you're near Fisherman's Wharf. Great area. Again, look at my videos on the playlist. In Taiwan playlist, you can see this area. I do a walking tour around Fisherman's Wharf, past the yachts, on this beach. You see this area. Okay, so if you're watching this and you are interested in this, that's why I'm doing these videos. Massive value, in my opinion. Furnished, parking fee included, but there is a management fee, 1,600. You got a swimming pool, which takes it to 21,600 NT. It's ridiculous, and that is a great swimming pool. It'll make me. It's quite possibly it's open all year round, but it'll make me happy if it was open all year round. That makes me happy seeing that because it makes me feel like I'm living in Asia, okay? Which sometimes you don't feel like you do in Taipei City, especially because it's cold, it's miserable sometimes, which isn't a bad thing. Some people who live in Thailand love to have some seasons, but to see that at that price is very pleasing. And again, not bad for a holiday home. Inside, it's furnished. Not a huge space, not as big as some of the previous ones, but you've got a lot of rooms. So it doesn't look open, but there's a lot of rooms. You need a bigger TV. You've literally got all the furniture you would probably ever need in a place, which is ideal. Looks like a tumble dryer. Good size refrigerator, but surely they've got a balcony here. I thought. Oh yeah, they're drying hanging clothes outside somewhere there. Kitchen area under the sink. That mattress looks very hard. And again, people just left random quilts on top. It would be nice if you open the window, get some natural sunlight in there for the viewers. Good wardrobe space, desk. Actually, it looks like someone's still living there, that's why. Nice view. Walk-in shower. Did it show a balcony? So maybe this one doesn't have a balcony, but it's got a superb swimming pool. 4 seasons. Now, if this is a 4 seasons, what I nearly got, I actually wanted to buy a house here. They have an all year round swimming pool. Let's have a look. So if you are looking for a swimming pool, what is open all year round, 4 seasons will give it to you. Now, location, again, you can walk to MRT map. You can walk to here. Bina Shalom. Okay, or Binhai Shalom. You can walk here or here. Okay, so you're in the middle here. Great location again if you don't need Taipei City. The pure factor being the swimming pool, which is going to be superb. It's furnished, which is great. Nice bit of space, 3 bedrooms. Sofa looks really comfy. One of the bedrooms, door mattress, dining room table. There's another bedroom, all with windows, which is great. And another bedroom. They've got a bed in there. So the one in this building that I looked at had an office just like this, but even better, right on the corner. Bigger windows from floor to ceiling with that nice corner area where you could put your desk. But they've got a bed there. But it is possible. I hope they show you the swimming pool. There's one of the bathrooms. There's an aerial view of the bathroom. Spacious kitchen area. Balcony. They haven't. I don't believe. I can't believe agents. What? Oh, there's a nice walk-in shower. Oh, it looks like a steam room. I can't believe that people trying to rent these apartments in the Four Seasons don't show the swimming pool. So basically, the swimming pool is similar to the one we saw previously, but it's open all year round. And if I was an agent, I'm trying to sell this place, I will show you the cafeteria inside the building, the gymnasium, the games room. They've got all that. They've got all that. It's another Four Seasons. So Four Seasons. Four Seasons is like a branch of apartments, okay? Most of them have a swimming pool. So again, this is a Four Seasons, 20,000, even cheaper than last time. Furnished, a bit smaller. No management fee. 22 floors. So look, for £20,500, 600 USD. Same area as Pink Line area. You're getting this. Livable. Now, this is more livable to me and nice and more kind of homely feel than the ones you're getting stuck in Taipei City for 60,000 a month, 40,000 a month. Kitchen space, good refrigerator. Let me scan through to see if anyone's. Ocean City had a swimming pool. 20,800. Ridiculous. A 3-bedroom or 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms. 28 ping. 20,800 NT. There's no management fee. Unreal. Now, this will be the last one on the Pink Line. I don't want to turn this into a Pink Line fiasco festival. So this one's near Shalom Beach. Oh, Ocean City. Sorry, let me just check. I don't want to be giving you false information if I don't need to. Not that I ever need to, but accidental. Okay. So this is just, off the N1. Kending. Oh, sorry, Shalom. I think so. No, that's Fisherman's Wharf, Kending. Yeah, Kending. So this was right at the end here. Okay. So the Pink Line does go to 2 terminal stations: Fisherman's Wharf, towards where all the beaches and yachts, and then Kending, the other side here. So this will be the last one on the Pink Line. We've got a nice higher ceiling feeling, more space about it, but the area is just segregated, so it's filled up with all different rooms, as you can see. But it's clean, it's fresh, it's very new, natural sunlight all over the place. Well, kind of hospital kind of feeling bathroom, but clean and spacious and nice, with a good tub and a great sized walk-in shower. I like it personally, but I've stayed in some kind of Well, I stayed in a COVID hospital when you had to do quarantine. What was like that? But I like it personally. The space is great. Kitchen, I like that. Nice, open, fresh, bright. Balcony area, nice new building. I actually know this building. Yes, I know this building. Great location. If you don't need Taipei City. Okay, so that's the area you need if you are going into, if you're going to think about more quality at a lower price, and you don't need to be in Taipei City. North of Taipei City, north of New Taipei City, down the Shui area as well, on the pink line. So we did a sneak preview of one near the airport line here. We did a few around here. We did a few in the main areas here. We did one here as well, which is covering most of Taipei because it doesn't really get much different. I will just try and get a couple now in this Sanchong area. Okay. Now, where I live here, this is basically like the old central Taipei before they built up the Xinyi area. Dajiatou. Taipei Bridge, where you cross over the bridge here. Where it splits into two, this goes into Sanchong. There's Sanchong, actually links to the airport line. Now, when you get to here, you start getting the bigger buildings, some newer buildings for a lower price, some of them 50, 60% lower than Taipei City for the same space. However, it's not too far away from Taipei City. For example, from Sanchong, once, let's say Sanchong 369, get to Minchen West in around 10 to 11 minutes. Might be 10 to 12 minutes. Now from Minchen West, let's say to Dongmen, well, I travel from Minchen West to Guting. It takes 15 minutes going on the orange line. So you're only around 25 minutes or a little bit more from the Sanchong area here, orange line area here, into heading towards downtown area, okay, which isn't bad, which is why it's probably the best value. But the outside areas, yes, the paths or the sidewalks are going to be crammed. It's going to be very dense. So Sanchong is one of the most densely populated areas on average for the size in Taipei City, if not the most densely populated area. So we will now just jump into the Sanchong area just so you can get a good grasp of it. I've done a separate video of Sanchong on one of my playlists, and one of my videos in the renting playlist you can check on my channel as well. And okay, we're gonna have to be going down by township. No, according to MRT, and we want the orange line. And I'm going to be looking at Taipei Bridge. Here. The translation gives you some random translated places sometimes, like the vegetable shed, which is quite interesting, right? Price-wise, clicked on the wrong, apologies, clicked on the wrong page. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, let's keep the same price, 20 to 30,000. Okay, just to really push the budget and see what we can get according to MRT. So let's get on the orange line there. Let's try and hit the Sanchong line areas. Okay, vegetable shed, Taipei bridge head, which is Dajiatou, triple, First Palace. Actually, let's take out bridge head because it can be more pricey. So let's keep everything the same, budget the same. Now you are going to get see some older buildings now. For example, this one here. Okay. So maybe I'll start off with like an older building one for around 30,000. No, that one's near me, Minchen West. Don't want that one. Actually, let's take out. No, let's go deeper into. Let's say near the MRT. Okay, so we're actually getting on the MRT with access. to Taipei city central areas, like I said. Now, let me just show you the difference now. This is 26,000. So remember what a 20,000 NT a month was in the pink line. And this is obviously an old building, elevator building. It is spacious, nearly 30p. I just get the location. Okay. So yeah, this is Sanchong. This is Sanchong area here. And it's not super close. Okay, so we're looking around here, deep in Sanchong region. And as you can see, 26,000, it's an older building, okay, not finished. I'm just trying to show the quality of the finishing of the furnishing as well. And this is old style, okay. So just to make you aware, if you're not aware of what some properties can look like, look at the difference in windows, the structure, bathrooms, wet rooms, shower where you piss in and taking a poo. Bedrooms, small window, okay. So that's the difference in areas. But the balconies are normally good at these old buildings. You just feel like you're in a caged prison sometimes. Okay, so that wouldn't work what we're looking at in terms of value in one of the newer buildings. So there's a lot of older buildings around here for this price. 8 minutes from Dajiaotou. I've looked at that one before. Yeah, 26,000. One her. Yeah, they're all kind of older buildings. But you get good size. So you're not going to find, for this price in Taipei City, you're not going to find like 30 ping place for 30,000, apart from my place, because I was very fortunate. Minchek West Road. What about if I take out Taipei Bridge? Take out vegetable shed. Go a bit further around here, a bit further around here. And let's take the price up slightly. Yeah, now you get some better results. Okay, if you go a little bit further out in Sanchong area. Taipei Bridge Station. This one looks a little bit newer, a little bit cleaner. 33,000, but again, the pingage is like half the size than the other ones that we looked at. The 23,000 NT ones in the north. So the location, Taipei Bridge, really close to Taipei Bridge, this one, isn't a disaster in terms of needing to get into Taipei City. So Taipei Bridge is here. If you're right next to that MRT, you're literally on the MRT, you cross over and you're already in Mincheng West Station, which means it's not far to downtown whatsoever. So something like this would be ideal in terms of you want a bit of cleanliness, a kind of newer feel building, bit of furnishing and different rooms. For this price, further in downtown, you probably get a studio area. It does feel like it's got a bigger, taller ceiling here. Big space in the bedroom. Lounge area is a bit crowded, but it is a new building or a newer building. You can see a balcony, slide door onto the bedroom. Okay, which is nice. I like that because you can step out of the bedroom onto the balcony. Great for drying. Yeah, it isn't an old building. So not bad. The location is not bad at all. Okay, but like I said, the environment when you step outside, it's going to be a lot different than Da'an or Donghua or Xinyi, Sanchong area. I like the food in Sanchong. I like the location. And you got 2 gas hobs. It's not an electric hot plate, okay? So look, for that location, it does a job. It's not a disaster. 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 1 bathroom. Elevator building, feels clean, feels secure. So that just shows you something like that in downtown area is likely going to be almost double. Okay. To prove my point, let me just show you. If we now go into more of the downtown area at this price range. Okay, so I'm taking it to 20 to 30,000. Okay, so we've been staying around this kind of price range. On my renting playlist, I have done videos which really go into the kind of 10 to 20,000 NT budget in and around Taipei City. It's not pretty. But I'll do another live feed. I'll probably try and advertise it a bit more. I just did it on the off spin today. And we'll do other areas of Taiwan. So now, finally, just to show what you get now for 20 to 30,000. So what's that? Around 600 USD from £500 in main areas of Taipei, near MRT stations. And it's probably not going to be pretty. But just to put everything else into perspective, just to show you why I really don't rate the value in Taipei these days. Compared to other areas in Taiwan, but also other areas in New Taipei City and other regions in Asia for sure. Right, according to MRT. Actually, let's just go to township. Let's look at Taipei City. Let's look at Da'an. Let's look at Songxiao. Let's look at Xinyi. Let's look at Zhongxiao. Let's just see what we get for this price. Now, these are the ones, 30,000 where quite central, what I was talking about at the start of the video, where you can find newer buildings, but you are going to get that bed, the bedroom on top. It's got a small balcony. Now, this is, again, the Zhongshan area, I believe, or Zhongxiao, Xinxiao area. Okay, so not far from an MRT, not far from downtown, not a bad area. It's in this little square here. Okay, great location, to be fair. But now we're looking at the size. Besides being 15 pings, not a disaster. But let's take a look at the bedroom first. It's 29,000 plus 1,900. They're proud that it's a 3.6 meter high ceiling, so it is going to feel more opened. It looks like there's 24-hour security. You can see actually it's got a cute little balcony there for some drying. Living room, but everything's just kind of crushed on top of each other slightly. But the location is superb. Not much free space, but you have got nice natural sunlight into the living room. Big TV. So these apartments are really cramped on top of each other. Now, here we go. So you can basically, you can see the bed from here if you look closely. This is what I'm talking about. So you haven't really got a kitchen area. So remember what we looked at in other areas where you had separate rooms. You had actual bedrooms with a door, actual kitchen area with a door. You have got a balcony here, which is great, but again, it's over 30,000 now, which you can see is getting towards 1,000 US dollar. And when you read the advert, oh, 1 bedroom, great, 15 ping, 16 ping. And then you look, you got a 2-seater sofa. And then on top, there's a mattress pushed against the ceiling with little steps, what go up here, up behind, round here, and that's your bedroom. Okay. So that is the apartment you get for over 1,000 USD, maybe 1,100 USD with a management fee, maybe a bit more. That's what you get. And look, superb location, great. And you could say on the switch side, if you go into right in downtown area of most capital cities, right, you're not going to get it up. At least this is clean, it's presentable, 30,000 NT, depending, you know, what you're making. Maybe you find that reasonable. Some people might find that expensive. Personally, I just don't see the value in it myself. Mine's over 30,000, and in an older building, but I like it because it's in a quieter building, and I've got gymnasium downstairs, really close to downtown, but I'm also basically no more than 30 minutes anywhere across Taipei. The end points of Taipei City I can get to in under 30 minutes. Location is immense, but this just doesn't, not the tallest, but it just feels so cramped. But you have got everything you need in here. Just not massive amounts of storage space. Good for someone just bringing a suitcase. You've got some nice glass steps if you need a bathroom in the morning or nighttime. Good light though, natural sunlight, which is nice. So here you can see, once you get your mattress on there, there's not going to be much space between the mattress and your head on top of the roof. And it's just a little bit scary if you look back. Look, I don't know if there's a glass window here, which I don't even know if that's a good thing or not. But it's yeah, so in this area, this price range, these are very, very common. Very common. The majority in this area at this price would be this size with a bed on top, like I said at the beginning of this feed. Okay, this one is just a little bit funnier or quirkier because you can actually see the bed on top through the glass, and you can see everything there in that one picture. That signifies everything you're getting for over 1,000 USD, but you have got a nice bit of natural sunlight and a balcony. You're not getting on your knees there even. Balcony's good. Such a shame. And you can see Taipei 101, right? Okay, so there you go. If you want the view, if you want the balcony, you don't mind climbing on your hands and knees to get to bed, it could be for you. Lastly, look at the bathroom. Shower's not bad. Coming down onto like a little hot tub. But just for the people who have joined, there's 3 people watching now. Just take one more look at this. You sat on the sofa. If anyone's older than me or my age from the UK, or even I think from America, Inspector Gadget, you can go Gadget arm, stretch over, do the cooking while you're on the sofa, and you can even reach behind you and set the clock, ready for bedtime. So that's inspiring and a great example. Now, if you go through all of these, all of these are going to be the same. That same layout. Look, you can see the steps already. Look, you can see the steps going up already. So that's where, look, it's not. It's some of them are a little bit taller than others. Look, straight away you can see, right? Again, you're getting some window action. You've got the steps, they're better than the steps, and then cold glass metal steps we saw. But again, you've got this thing with like a fake roof above to put your mattress on. And in this price range, in Taipei City, that is what you get. That is what you get. So to get out of that, you have to go. If you go down a price range, you can't. You can't go lower than 20,000. You can. I'll show you what you'll get. I'll just show you one example. Here you go. I'm trying to choose one with at least some kind of furniture. Here you go, 20,000. Now, 20,000 NT. what I've shown you at the top of New Taipei City, near Damshui area, where you get 2 or 3 bedrooms, you get nearly 40 ping, swimming pool, gymnasium, and then you go into Taipei, and for the same price, translate it in Japanese, and for the same price you get this, okay? So this just shows you now how much the quality drops. And it's only over an hour. It's only over around 1 hour, 20 minutes on the MRT. And look at the quality. You've gone from a 3-bedroom place with a swimming pool and a car parking space now onto this. But again, the location, I'm hoping the location is good. Again, if you want the location, not right downtown amazing. It's around here, near Zhongshan and Taipei main station, and it's 20,000 NT. So location is okay, but if you did have a little bit more expendable budget for another 10,000 NT, you can get out of this. But I'm just showing you this because I said I will show you what you get if you drop down another price level, 20,000 to 30,000, and I want to show you now what you get. Electric ladder tower. So it's a 9th floor building. It's got electric ladder tower. So basically it's got stairs, and then to the top floors, there's some kind of electric ladder. This is the living room. You get a massage chair in there, can't complain. It has got windows. There's another view of the living room. Another view. Another view. There's the bathroom. I like blue, actually. That's my favorite color. So, you know, I won't say anything else negative about that. And if you're one of them people what like that hotel feeling, separate sink and then a separate kind of bath area, there you go. Yeah, okay, there's a bathtub. Another view of the massage chair. So they're really pushing the massage chair view here. There's a bedroom. Okay, 20,000 NT. This is what you're getting in Taipei City. I'm sorry, this is what you're getting. I told you. And that's Taipei City, 20,000 NT. So just going up. So we went down. We went down from 10,000 to 20,000. Before, the ones with the Hobbit mattresses on top was for 20 to 30,000. You have to at least go to 30 to 40,000 to get something okay. You're still going to get places, excuse me. You're still going to get those with the mattresses above the living room for that price, but you have got the potential now to get something a bit different. I mean, even now, look, getting on towards 40,000 again. I can see the stairs. Yeah, we looked at that one at the start of the stream. 32,000, 40,000. No, oh, there's that famous one. 60,000 if you want it for 4 months. So Taipei City, you have to go up. You have to go more than 40,000. Okay. And some people might think, yeah, that's normal budget anyway. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm just trying to, on average, for foreigners from Asia, different areas of Europe, not just America, Canada, and UK, Australia, other foreigners, that's, you know, normally the kind of price range. Some students as well, some workers, some remote workers. But you go to more than 40,000, you are going to find some better areas. Okay. For example, if you want to go into this one's 106,000. Okay, so 106,000. I know that's around £2,500, something like that. So what's that going to be? Around 3,400 USD, 3,200 US dollar. 4 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, nearly 40 ping, and really close to Shanglian, which is where I'm near, where the hospital is. Okay, here, really good location next to the MRT. Furnished, there's 11,000. Okay, so the management fee alone is half of some of the other ones' rent, but you're paying 106,000, 11,000 management fee is just 10%. You are likely going to have some extra public facilities, okay, but you can see the difference already. So coming from kind of, let's say, the UK, the kind of living standards some people are used to there, this is the sort of thing you'll get, depending obviously where you are in the UK. For example, central London, you're not going to. So this still isn't downtown Taipei, but you're in downtown Taipei in around 15 minutes by MRT, maybe a little bit less. But you can see the difference already. But this is a price range where you've got to start hitting for the location and such a property. I do like them windows. Nice dining room, open plan. And it's a little bit sad, right? Because you can't say, yeah, but we're not in other areas of Asia. But the point is, if you have got the ability to work remotely or half remotely, or you just need to travel a little bit around Asia, you can take 106,000, 120,000 NT. You can take that and go somewhere else in Asia. I've been to some places where you got infinity pools, you've got 24-hour security, got gymnasiums, and you're still not getting that fully here. And we're not even downtown Taipei. But look, it's a new building. It has got the space you need. Brand new mattress. Nice office room, okay? Not bad. Oh, it's a shame the window isn't bigger. Remember in the Pink Line area, New Taipei City, top of Damshui, we had that corner room on the Pink Line, remember? But bigger windows. But you have got the space here. Look, this is kind of some expectations of some Western foreigners. But look, for the average, unless some people are on like a big expat package, okay, this budget isn't, on average, it isn't reasonable for some workers. Let's say you come in here, even as like a single teacher or international school, okay, you may still not be wanting to use a lot of your salary, 120,000, on a place like this. Nice walk-in shower as well. 2 nice bathrooms, okay. So that's the depths you have to go in terms of budget to get something along them terms. So 106,000 with an additional 11,000 management fee, taking it up to nearly 120,000, and you're not right in downtown either. But it is 4 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, okay. So we've done a whole kind of wide range there of budgets of New Taipei City, West Side in Sanchong, and also North New Taipei City in Damshui area, where you can get the same size for, well, let's just do the quick math for my poor math skills. If that was nearly 120,000, you can get the similar size for around 23,000 in the Pink Line, okay? So what's that, like 500% less, or 5 times less, 5x less, okay? Like literally, like if you're paying 25,000 for the same thing in Pink Line, times it by 4, that's 100,000, times it by 5, 125,000. So that is the difference. That is the difference, what location is. The style. Even this, it mentions Japanese style furnished, so 66,000. Like, right, even if you can budget in 66,000, you might not be picky, it might be normal, but do you feel like you're getting the value? Okay, let's have a look. Location wise, again, Shanlian, near the hospital, near me. Okay, just here. Not bad, but again, you're not right in downtown. You're only 10 minutes away from downtown areas, but now 66,000. So we're looking at around 1,650 pounds. Okay. Again, getting on to what, 2,500 USD or something like this. You're going to have to pay management fee on top of this. Sorry, you're not. You're not. You're not. Management fee is included. And I didn't even mention, but I mentioned it on all the videos I do. Oh, yes, I did right at the start. You do have to pay 2 lots of deposit as well, and half of the rent fee if it is an agent. So for 66,000 NT, again, look, if you're used to this standard from where you live back home, you might have to pay these prices to be in Taipei City's central area just to feel some normality. Now, I'm not being rude by calling it normality, but depending where you've been brought up, everyone's different. Everyone's got different budgets, expectations, needs. I'm happy in older buildings. I find them more quieter, but I do like a swimming pool. But we saw what a 20,000 NT1 gets you. Livable, but very depressing for majority of people what are probably looking at that price range. And now you have to triple that or 5x it just to get a similar thing than the north. So it's clean, it's nice, but the space isn't feeling huge, right? Ceiling is low, nice natural sunlight. It's pleasant. But again, not a huge kitchen area, not separated. I do like the open plan. I do like the new furniture. Is it possible to enroll in a language school full-time and get a visa that way as a UK passport holder? Yes, yes, you can. You can get a student visa. And with that, although legally it doesn't allow you directly for students to work, but a lot of students do. But if you check through some of my playlists on the visa videos, I talk through all the different visas that are always changing, okay? But people do sign up to language schools. Off the top of my head, some of them you do have to turn up for a certain amount of classes. So you go through different colleges or universities, or you're here just to learn a language and you have to go to 40% or 38% of the classes. So you do have to check up on that. But as a UK passport holder, you can come in, as you may know already, on, I believe it's 60 to 90 days, like myself, but I'm a resident here now. And then whilst you're here, sometimes that's the best thing to do to get your feet on the ground. That gives you a bit of time. So make sure you have a little bit of security in terms of finances for 2 to 3 months. And then whilst you're here, most people can find a job in that time, or you find out through networking, through knowing a bit more information of the lay of the land, what schools or programs you can actually apply into, or depending what your primary reason is, you could even get a job and also go to one of the language schools. Okay, so it's very difficult. This is why I offer all my different services, because I've been doing this for a long time now. After experiencing it myself, it's very difficult just to not be in a place and actually get all the information you need. It's a different feel. New to a child, don't intend to work, just want to learn a language full time. Yeah. So you can most definitely get on a student visa. Okay, you can do that, and a lot of people are doing that. But like I said, if you just want to check out the Taiwan first, you might even not want to be in Taipei City. Okay, so if you like being the coast or different areas, Taiwan's a beautiful country, and you can get a better feel for it as well. So yeah, check out the student visa, but it wouldn't harm you coming on the British passport for 60 to 90 days, and then even nipping it across. You could even then go to the Philippines or somewhere else and then come back, apply for a student visa. There's different ways around it, whatever will suit you. You're very welcome. So going back now to just a 66,000 place, which is nice, it's pleasant, but it's not my cup of tea. Look, it's probably the same size as mine, but mine is a little bit more dated. But I'm paying like almost 50% less. A lot of places do just go to IKEA, fill it up with a load of stuff, and then double the price, which, anyone can go to IKEA yourself, right? And you can spend 50% less. And look, they keep showing us this area because there's not much else to the place. Like I said, the value again just isn't there. Look, so they're trying to show us the view, a little blind area. Great window for the double bedroom. Okay, I like that. And the location is good. Okay, there's a separate bedroom as well. Walk-in shower and bath. Okay, not bad. There's another bed. So is it a 3-bedroom? Kitchen area, 2 gas hobs. Okay, so it's not the electric hot plate. And there is a little balcony area for the laundry. Okay, which means a lot. Now, if that is your public area, then that is a bit of a different maker. Okay, so if that is your private balcony area, 29 ping, it could be. Okay, so in terms of that, with that space, 2 bedrooms and 2 living rooms, or possibly 3 bedrooms for a family, that's not bad. Or a couple with one other, with that outside area, if that is your private space, it's not bad. I changed my opinion on that slightly. However, still, if you don't need to be in this area when you're not exactly downtown, if you don't mind living in the Pink Line area, you're getting that same thing for 50 to 60% cheaper. Look up the other place, 5x cheaper. Okay, 5x less. Even if you go out to Sanchong area, people will ask, oh, what about Xindian area? Okay, Xindian area used to be like this when I first arrived, living in Xindian for many years, but now that's been built up a lot more now, just like the top of the brown line here, and it's becoming more pricier in terms of rent. You don't get the value that you used to. Okay, but that's just the example. 66,000, that didn't end up turning out too bad, to be honest. Still under 100,000 NT. And let's do one more, and then we'll just do a lower range one just before I shoot off. Nearly 2 hours now. Okay, this one, Zhongshan. Nice area, 107,000. So 107,000, we're looking at 100,000 around £2,500, so around £2,700, something along these lines. Management fee, if there is one, management fee is 11,000. So do look out for that. The higher the rent, the higher the management fee. So that takes it up again to nearly 120,000. Google Translate has stopped working just when I needed it the most. Yeah, okay. I can get by, it's okay. So this one, it looks like it's 200 meters from Zhongshan MRT. So Zhongshan MRT is here, great location, not far from the airport line. And again, you're in kind of, I mentioned it at the start of the stream, the old kind of style downtown with some tea houses, if you know what I mean. But you're not far from the new downtown area as well. 120,000, 15 floors. This is the 13th floor on an elevator building. Looks like leather sofas. The air conditioner units, like I said right at the start of the stream, that's one major things to look out for. Okay, if you're paying this money, you'd expect some newer air conditioning units, or at least to be maintained. Some people will say this is quite important. If they get dirty, it can be really unhealthy. You need an air purifier. But some people say if you want to clean it yourself, you might have to pay 2,000 NT. You might get someone to do it for 1,000 NT. This might be 3,000 NT. But I'm not getting a brand new feeling here. Nicely furnished, but it's like it's trying to cover something up. Maybe it's the wall. Maybe it's the color of the walls. I don't know. And here, are we going to get some natural sunlight? There's the bedroom. Let's go back to the main. Yeah, if it had a big floor to ceiling to roof, floor to ceiling window, I think we would have seen it by now, but it's just not showing. That's why it feels kind of dingy and dark. And don't forget, you're paying 120,000 for this, and it's got an old style door as well. I'm not seeing an electronic lock. Open plan, dining room, living room, small bedroom, little window. Okay, it's clean. Yeah. Okay, little desk area. Good wardrobe space. Looks like a balcony as well. Okay. Maybe it's just for furnishing. The living area has been decorated not as good as it could be. Okay, but it's actually clean. They're putting some new furniture. Ah, it is a newer building. Just by the living room, the living area, I couldn't tell. Nice refrigerator, good kitchen. Okay, excuse me. So it is a newer building and a nice balcony, washing machine, covered balcony, but open for the wind to blow through and get some drying going as well. Okay, so nice bathroom, nice shower, walk-in shower. I like that. Yes. Okay, so actually, it's turned out okay, but the living room just fooled me, right? Because it looked really dark, really dingy. They should have had the big window in the living room. But you can see here, it looks like you are going to have your own floor, which is great. If you're susceptible to noise like me, absolute nightmare. Most places in Asia, you've got to be really fortunate to get somewhere quiet, which is why I'm in an older building now, because where I am, on a whole, is acceptable for me. Like, it's terrible. I've got white noise machines on all the time. But these ones, where they're quite narrow, when you have a bigger place like this, in a higher price range, you tend to have a whole floor, which is great. You're still going to get some noisy stuff going on from above, even below, because it does come up the walls. Also, in newer buildings, the material on the walls doesn't tend to be as good. A lot of the newer buildings are earthquake proof, but overly done earthquake proof. One of the new buildings I used to live in Xindian, a black IKEA building, really thin, earthquake proof. Actually, it was on the news for corruption because they put a hole through the wall on the news and basically it was empty, so there wasn't any insulation. You can hear people cutting vegetables like on the other side of the corridor. When we had a big earthquake last year, I think it was, or the year before, the buildings were swaying. So earthquake proof means there's more flexibility, the newer the buildings, but it's more scary. So things like these, you could have a bit of a nightmare with the noise from above it, even below, even if you have got your whole floor to yourself. So that living room is just strange. The rest of the bathroom and everything, the kitchen is nice, but it looks quite Moorish. 120,000 NT. So again, that's 5 times more than something similar and not as good as the pink line area at the top here. 5 times more. So basically, if this isn't your comfortable budget, you can get something the same if you don't mind traveling 1 hour, 20 minutes by MRT into Taipei City. Right, I promised I'd do one more just to, we haven't gone really high end today. I've done another video for ones what around 500,000, 400,000 NT a month. And even then, I don't think the value is great. You could literally go somewhere else if you're a remote worker, or 50% remote worker, 60% remote worker. You could take that to Malaysia and get a huge villa with your own staff and your own private swimming pool, which, well, we're all here. Like myself, you have family or children here in Taipei, then you accept it. So before I shoot off, thank you for the comments to 2 people who commented as well. It's about the right time now for people in the West who've been waking up or enjoying their day. Right, let's just keep this area now, okay? So we're not right in downtown. And let's take it down to 10,000 to 20,000 again. So 10,000 NT, around 250 pounds. So what's that? Just under 400 USD, up to 600 USD dollar. Okay, to 20,000 NT. This is the last price range I'll do. And it's not to be negative or horrible, but just to show you, because some people come here and be like, right, I haven't got a job yet, or I'm going to be a student, I want to live alone, I've got 20,000 or around 20,000, give or take a few thousand NT a month as a budget, okay? Which is great. My budget was less than that when I first arrived 14 years ago, but you could get more for your money then. But some people are coming with less. Some people need to house share. Everyone different stages of their life or different budgets. This is why most of my job is, especially on the relocation side, is trying to be flexible and doing the best job I can as possible for people who are looking for a property to rent within their budget, and to try and help them getting scammed. Just trying to pick a kind of okay, I'm just like a presentable one. Okay, here we go. This is the same area as what we just saw, the 120,000 NT a month one. This is 19,500 NT, okay? I don't think there will be any management fee. Yes, there's a 1,500 maintenance fee, so it might have a reception. It should have a 24-hour or at least some bit of security, maybe a security guard who falls asleep, which are the best ones, right? Because they don't bother you late at night and they're there in the day when you need them. 10 big. So this is 3 times as small as the ones that you will get in the north, New Taipei City. It's an elevator building as well, okay? So it does have an elevator. You can see from the tiling outside the balcony already, it's an older building, okay, no B. So this price in this area, sorry, the area again is Zhongshan area, this area around here, okay? And look, you've got an okay bit of space. It's open. It's as clean as it can be. You've got some built-in wardrobes here. It looks like it's a great storage space. Double bed, new mattress. And you've got like a balcony space where you might be able to cook as well. Oh yeah, you've got a little kitchen area, okay? So overall, it didn't show the bathroom, which is also we're in Telltale sign, but not a disaster in terms of space. And that's a good laundry area, okay? But as you can see, you're not going to get huge, massive amounts of natural sunlight coming through. But for this area, for this price, the space isn't bad. Didn't show the bathroom, so I'm expecting the bathroom is going to be a little bit darker and yeah, not too pleasant. Okay. But anyway, ladies and gents, that's over 2 hours worth. I just love talking about what I do for my job, which is why I'm in a really good let's stop sharing. That's why I'm in a really good position what I do, really grateful for it. And I hope for everyone who's watched or who watches this later finds it really useful. Thank you. Much love to you as well, my man. And if you do end up coming over here, just drop me an email and I'll see if I can help you out any way I can. Yes, I do offer paid services, but I don't ignore people. I try and give feedback when I can, if it's just a little bit of feedback as well. Okay, but much appreciated. And yeah, we went through a whole range there, from lower end for some people in terms of budget towards 20,000 in Taipei City areas, to 20,000 out of Taipei City, north in New Taipei City. And you can see the contrast, you can see the diverse range, and the quality drops a lot. And then you saw how much you need to spend in Taipei City to be closer to the central areas, to feel like, depending where you're from in the West, to feel like you have some kind of European apartment situation going on. Okay, so I gave you a whole range there. Like I said, all the links to information you need for further are in the description or comment section. I pinned right there. I'm now offering consultancy services. Well, I've always offered it, but now I'm pushing it. I take a handful of clients long term. These are ones who stay with me month after month, mostly who have got businesses or looking to set up businesses, or they're looking to move, especially into Taiwan, and setting up a new life. Okay, so I work with them day to day, week to week, month to month. Or if you're just coming here, you need an apartment, or you need a career change or a job searching workshop, okay, contact me. We can set that up. Yes, it will be a paid fee because it's my job, but I have a good success rate, I will say that. A lot of my clients, check the testimonials on my website. You can find a website, newasialife.com. That's newasialife.com. Got some testimonials there as well. And keep watching videos on the channel because I love helping people as well. Take care. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and God bless.